everyone. I'm Michelle Hansen, and thanks for joining me. I just want to give a shout out to those of you that are joining me via the podcast and those of you that are joining me via video on YouTube, Instagram TV, and Facebook. Thank you for being here. Today, I'm just going to talk a little bit about who I am and how I started on this journey to becoming an empowerment coach for teen girls. I was already an author before I started on this journey, so I was going to say author and empowerment coach, but I was already an author. But I changed my focus. I used to write fiction, and so then I put out my first nonfiction book, Relax Girl, You Got This, and then I became a success and empowerment coach for girls, which basically just means I help girls figure out like what is standing in their way from getting their big goals, and then I help them go after those big goals. So I was like so many of you girls. I was like the do-it-all, straight A's, high achieving girl. And I really believed what they told me. I believed that if I just got the grades and took the tests and got the scholarship and got the degree, that I would arrive at this glorious place called success. And I wanted what most of us want. I wanted, the home, and I wanted a nice, a car and a happy family and vacations at Disneyland. But most of all for me, I really wanted time. I wanted time to spend with my kids and to really enjoy life. And I wanted the time and money freedom to be able to feel like we could really thrive. And I think though, on a deeper level, I wanted to make my parents proud. I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to live up to the potential that so many people had told me that they saw in me. And I think that's the thing with us high achieving girls is like, I eventually wanted to arrive at a place where I didn't have to do anything more to feel like a success. Because that's the thing about us high achieving girls, like we're always having to achieve more and more and more. And if we stop, then we suddenly feel like, like we haven't earned our keep and worthless. And so I wanted to get to a place where I could say like, it's done. Like I am a success. I don't have to do anymore. Like, look, I'm something, right? So I went to college. I went to college on scholarship. I got straight A's through college. I graduated from college, cum laude, get my first job. And 6 years in, we are still just like barely getting by. And I remember I couldn't afford my health insurance premiums to cover my little boys at the time. And so I applied to the state to receive low cost health insurance, and they write me back and they say that I don't make enough money to get low cost health insurance, and they put my kids on Medicaid. And I was like, but I told myself like, it'll be okay. Like we're just paying our dues. It's going to get better. And then I went to this like reunion of sorts with people from my high school. And here are these people who like never took an honors class, never took an AP test, who like drank their way through college, and they're making more money than me. And I remember leaving that event and just feeling like I had been lied to my whole life. And that there was something more, like there was something that they weren't telling me, this path that I'd been sold as a student, like it wasn't really the path to success. And because I was working myself into exhaustion and not even being able to pay the bills, and I didn't have any more to give. And so that really kind of pushed me out into a journey of education, self-education, and self-discovery and personal development. And what I discovered was so shocking that it shifted everything in me, from how I parented my kids to how I felt about success, to even how I set my goals and how I defined myself. And more than anything, I remember getting to this point where I was like, what could I have accomplished? Like, why didn't somebody tell me this when I was 15 years old? And with all of my talent, with all my ambition, and all of the time that I had, like, what could I have accomplished if someone would have told me this stuff when I was 15? And so I decided that I would start telling girls the truth, and the path that your teachers and your parents and like all those people who really want the best for you, like the path that they're selling you as like the only path, it's not the path to your unique dreams. And instead, like, you were born with a unique life purpose, and you have this mission that only you can fulfill. And the path to joy is you figuring out what that is and be doing that thing. And that it's not getting the degree and becoming an employee and, all of the things that schools would have you do. And it's led me to another year of research, and I wrote Relax Girl, You Got This. But I made Relax Girl, You Got This intentionally short. Like, it's just the tip of the iceberg, because I wanted it to be so accessible that any girl could pick up that book and get a lot of really important information from it. But my purpose was bigger than Relax Girl, You Got This. And my purpose became to empower girls to become what they were really born to be. And that is the leaders, the entrepreneurs, the policymakers, and the change makers of the future. And not the employees and the assistants and the underlings that corporate America and the schools would have you become. It was hard for me to give up my old beliefs. And as I started really kind of championing this different cause, and the fact that everybody can have a different path, and that we have to shift how we believe about college and about admissions and about all those things, that at the same time, my own kids were hitting middle school and high school, and I'm having other parents and other teachers and their counselors telling me this is the only way. And in my mind, I'm having to press pause and go, wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. And having to try to unteach with my own kids some of the things that they were being told at school. And one of the things that I really discovered along the way is that girls, a large part of girls, they're hurting. And outwardly, they're beautiful and they're confident and they have all this amazing potential. And yet there's this deep undercurrent of just never feeling like you're good enough. And this message and this mission is what you've been longing for, because more and more parents are beginning to recognize that the do more mentality that our schools is pushing. It's damaging boys and girls, but we're especially damaging girls, because girls are so good at doing all the things that they're asked to do. And the more and more that we push them, we just run them ragged, and they feel like they're never good enough. And there's a better way. And I have had the privilege of sharing that with hundreds of girls, and discovering your unique gifts and your unique mission. That's the easy part. But stepping into it and becoming it, that is the challenge of your lifetime. And but it's really the only way to true happiness, and it's the way to the success that we high achievers really, really crave. And it has completely changed how I approach life and how I deal with problems and how I spend my time. And now I have a clear path to fulfillment on my terms and the life that I want. And I want to share this with every girl who will listen. And so that's what I'm about. That's what this podcast is about. That's what these videos are about. And that's what Relax Girl, You Got This really kind of starts you off. And then there's just so much more to it. And I'm so excited to take this journey with you girls. And I'm so grateful that you are lending me your ear for just a few minutes so that we can discover these things together. So I look forward to new episodes and being with you and hearing your comments. And I just want to say thanks again for joining me. And I will see you soon.